Howdy folks, I am Ruzkiel, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In the last one, we explored the third, second, and first floor of Strawberry House. In this one, we're in Strawberry Tower, and going to interact with this grape's door. There's a huge door at the far back of the tower, but there's a grape image on it. I thought this was Strawberry Tower. Wait, this image, doesn't it match the one in the lounge on the lounge phone, and also the one we found near the first floor elevator?
Perhaps this door might be the exit.
Huh? Exit?
Take a look at the map we received from Monokuma.
Basically, we're on the far side of the tower.
There's a door at the far back of Strawberry Tower, but nothing is drawn on the other side of that door. Now, doesn't this mean that the exit is on the other side of this door? Therefore, we must try to confirm it by opening the door.
Nekomaru let out a battle cry, grabbed the doorknob tightly with both hands, and attempted to pry the door open. However, I'm a little surprised that they didn't give a more forceful sound effect to that.
What does this mean? The doorknob won't budge? Not even one bit?
Is it locked?
Well, shit! It appears to be locked tight. In that case, I shall use my full power! Whoa!
With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands. He's gonna break it off. Or not.
Not yet. Here comes the incredible strength of 1,000,000 horsepower! Whoa!
Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here.
Oh, that would be bad.
So, shouldn't we discuss this with everyone else first before you attempt to force your way through?
You have a point. Very well then. Even though the door would have opened soon, I would give it a rest.
Then let's go back to the Strawberry House and discuss this with everyone. If they'll listen to what I have to say, that is. No, they'll listen to Nekomaru, don't worry. After all, you did go with a robot. Who would distrust sentient robots? Is it just me, or does it seem rowdy by the elevator over there? Did something happen? Well, let's go find out. Oh yeah, there's Monokuma. So who do I talk to? Probably Monokuma. Sorry, scratching my nose. Well, before that, just because I can. Where were you? I swear making an overlord. Wait. Very well. But this won't happen a second time. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do it. It's all going to be mostly filler text at this point.
Yo! How are you guys doing? Were you able to get a general idea of Strawberry House's side?
Strawberry House's side? Well, that's a strange thing to say. It sounds like there are other buildings.
Of course! That's why there's this thing called a contact elevator.
Contact elevator, you say?
Even though it's an elevator, it's a big mistake to think that moves vertically. This is an elevator that travels along a rail, so even moving horizontally is easy as pie.
Then, does this elevator go to a different building? Oh god, is there more exploring? Seriously?
That's right! To Grape House.
Grape House?
The Fun House is an enormous building that's made up of other buildings. Well, we can worry about the details when we get to Grape House. I'll be going ahead.
Oh, there's more exploring. I wasn't expecting that. How much is there to explore on this island, for God's sakes?
I don't really get it, but you just wanted to tell us to go to Grape House this time, right?
And that we must ride that elevator, right? What should we do?
We just have to go for it. The only way we can overcome the situation is to make a move.
But still, you know.
What? Are you scared?
Aw, hell no. Why are you saying that in front of Miss Sonia? Fine, I'll fucking go. I'm not scared at all. Well, I don't have it as bad as Kazuichi, but I do have a bad feeling about this. But we can't just stand here and do nothing. You know, it's probably just going to be fine. It's probably just going to be another place. Either that or it's going to be some sort of torture hall. Let's go. When I pressed the grate button next to the door, it immediately opened. Okay, so it's working now. I guess he must have plugged it in. We stepped onto the elevator and off we went to Grape House. Excuse me a second. Is this already moving? If so, that'd be awesome.
How so?
I mean, it's not vibrating at all, right? This is probably a really high-performance elevator if it's not vibrating all that much. Maybe it's not actually moving. Alright, let's open the door and make sure. You cannot! That is too dangerous. After staying inside the vibration-free elevator, eventually the door in front of us suddenly opened. It appears we've arrived at our destination. Weird that weird that they didn't notice any movement. So this is Grape House. No matter where I look, everything is plastered with grape patterns. I was already fed up with strawberry patterns, but this is also unpleasant.
Okay! Welcome to Grape House! Now then, allow me to explain the Grape House!
Oh. Crap.
Ta-da! This is Grape House in its entirety! So, let's start explaining the first floor. Aside from the fact that there's no final dead room, it's basically no different than Strawberry House. Just like there's a Strawberry Hall over there, there's a Grape Hall on this side. And when you go through the Grape Hall, that means there's a Grape Tower. The second floor of Grape House is the same as the second floor of Strawberry House. I prefer 5 guest rooms of different types, along with a relaxing lounge. But the main attraction of Grape House is obviously the 3rd floor. The Monokuma Archive. Everyone loves the Monokuma Archive. If you want to know about my proud accomplishments and contributions, feel free to study the literature here.
Now that actually might be... that might actually be insightful to some extent. Who knows?
Now then, this concludes the tour, but I believe it'd be difficult to understand if I just explain with words. So, you should all use your own 2 feet to check out the inside of the building. That's all from me. Any questions?
Like, I'm starting to get hungry. Where's the food, anyway?
Huh? Is that necessary?
What are you saying? Of course it is!
But it's supposed to be an escape game. So how can there be any tension if there's no time limit? So, I've decided to use your stomachs as the time limit!
What do you mean? Kill or starve? That is brutal as hell.
Well, simply put, it means kill someone before you starve to death.
What the heck?
If you're planning to kill someone, I highly recommend you make your kill as soon as possible. It'll be too late if you get so weak you have no energy to kill.
Hey, hold on! Starve. Damn it, how much more of this do we have to take until he's satisfied? Was he serious about there being no food? No way! That's the one thing I don't want! I don't mind starving as long as I can eat! Just let me eat already!
As soon as she learned there was no food, she was overcome by hunger. Obsessions are truly annoying. But at least try to stay calm. Now's not the time for you to panic!
Well, being loud here isn't going to help us, so for now, we should explore the inside of this building too. Well, after all, if you don't give up, you're sure to find hope. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko?
Yeah, that's right.
Then let's get started. The same pairing as before is fine, right?
Hold on. This time around, I really want to pair up with Miss Sonia. She's already left with Gundam. Bam! Double smackdown. I don't know. You know what? I'm a little vindicated. A little bit vindicated because you're so snooty towards us now. Looks like you're being avoided. Not just rejected. Oh, even... She's just piling it on! That's great!
Oh, Kazuichi, I understand that you're feeling down, but we better get going.
Akane Yuturu, how much longer are you going to stay soaked? Come on, let's go. With heavy steps, everyone left to explore Grape House.
Now then, where should we start?
Since we're on the first floor, it might be okay if we start with the Grape Tower.
So you're saying you're going to start with the most suspicious place? Alright! Then let's start with Great Tower! Let's start with Great Tower!
Anyway, let's find the exit. Damn it, there's no way I'm going to let myself starve to death in here. This is, pretty intense. Also, let's just say there's going to be a great deal of excitement when someone gets here. What is this muscular bronze statue? It's probably an ornament, but it doesn't fit the ambiance at all. Ah, there's a name written on here. Ogre? That's gonna get under her skin so much. Does that mean it's a statue of an ogre? Why is it wearing a sailor uniform? Oh, that's gonna really get under her skin. Whatever. Anything else? No, just a couple of people to talk to. Guess we might as well. Look at that statue! I'm starting to feel a little excited. But why is there a statue like that in a place like this? Wait, is this creature inside this building? I don't think so. This is probably in the hall just to garnish it. Garnish? You mean like a food garnish? Is this food? Is it tasty? It's not food, it's just decoration. She needs to stop and think for once in a second. Starving us seems like pretty straightforward, Monokuma. That piece of shit. How dare he pull such dirty trick on civilians? Yeah, whatever. So I guess we can check out the Grape Tower. Grape Tower's beyond this door, right? Just like Strawberry Hall, just like Strawberry Hall, I only need to press this button.
Alright! Leave it to me!
Nekomaru raised his voice and vigorously slammed the button more times than he needed to. He just likes pressing buttons, doesn't he?
It's not opening.
Well, that's weird. When we were at Strawberry Hall, this should have opened.
Don't tell me it's out of order!
Out of order? Fuck! Even in the future, nothing works!
Find time for it to break down!
Well, you did just slam the button a bunch. Maybe that has something to do with it? It obviously shouldn't.
Did you hear something?
And that's when Nekomaru started shouting. More shouting? Oh, interesting. Now there's a door of strawberries. Door opened, but why was that pause? What was that pause just now? Why didn't the door open right? Something's going on. It's like, it seems like the rooms are rearranging themselves or something? I don't know. It's weird, it's trippy. Why didn't the door open right away?
So this is Great Tower. The structure of this building doesn't seem all that different compared to Strawberry Tower.
You're right. The building is the same circular shape and the ceiling is just as high and hard to make out.
However, this wall is green. Strawberry Tower's wall is red.
Thank you. I didn't notice. Well, speaking of different, there's something different, blatantly different over there. Again, with the strawberry door. On Grape Tower door at the far back, there's a strange strawberry image on there. Good God, I cannot talk today. I'm probably also not reading.
The strawberry door inside Great Tower. That sounds complicated.
It's like the opposite of Strawberry Tower. It's really not that hard to keep track of, at least I don't think so. As I recall, there should have been a grape image on the far back door of Strawberry Tower. So on the strawberry side, there's a grape door. On the grape side, there's a strawberry door. Oh, It's Nekomaru. Never mind.
That's even more complicated.
Not really.
However, this time, this door might connect to the outside.
I don't know. It's obvious.
It's obvious by looking at this map. Since there's nothing beyond the far door, far back door of Great House.
I just need to quit. I just need to quit and be done with it today.
If so, the only thing we can do is try it.
Hold it. I heard what you guys were discussing, but it'd be pointless to even try. I think.
What did you say?
Before we get to that, why are you here, Chiaki? Weren't you with Nagito and Kazuichi? It's exhausting to be around those two. I wouldn't expect that of Nagito. He seemed a little laid back, if, you know, a little crazy at times, but not overly, it doesn't seem like he has such an overbearing personality. Kazuichi, I understand. So he ran away? So what have you got to say about the door? That door doesn't lead outside. I think it's pointless to even try it out. Definitely.
Definitely, you say?
It's rare for Chiaki to be that certain. I have a good reason for that. I think I found out the secret of the funhouse's structure. The secret of the structure? Want me to tell you? Do you want me to explain it to you? Well, pay close attention to each house's relationship to its respective tower. First, try to remember the first floor of Strawberry House. From the elevator, Strawberry Hall is on your left-hand side, right? Okay, that makes sense. And if you walk along it, you'll end up at Strawberry Tower, right? On the other hand, Grape House, from the elevator, Grape House is on your right-hand side, right? And if you walk along it, you'll end up at Grape Tower, right? So are we saying that the rooms do really reorient themselves around the elevator? Now, here comes the main point. With these two buildings... Ah, so you were here all along! Oh, goody. Hey, Chiaki, don't go running off on your own!
Oh, you disappeared so suddenly. I was worried about you.
Kazuichi? Nagito? Thanks to your disappearance, I was left all alone with Nagito!
Huh. Was that annoying for you?
Hell yeah, it was! I don't want to be alone with a creep like you!
Oh, I see. So it's not just Hajime. You don't trust me either, huh, Kazuichi? Hey, are you okay? Have you stopped trusting other humans?
Well, yeah! Thanks to you, bastard! Wait, what's going on? Huh? Oh, you all came. Good timing. We didn't have to waste any time gathering in people.
Oh, that was quick. I thought your investigations would take more time.
There weren't many areas to search, and we didn't find any good clues. Right now, the only thing I found out is... there's seriously no food anywhere! This ain't funny at all! I heard that it's super painful to die from starvation. Before that happens, why don't we, you know, the hamsters that Gundam carries around. Oh! He's gonna kill you just for that! You imbecile, what are you implying? I figured a Gundam would speak up first. I'm sorry! Kazuichi! You should be grateful to Sonya! If you'd gotten your hands on my 4 Dark Devas of Destruction, your body would be incinerated by hellfire! But are the hamsters going to be okay without food? Fortunately, the flowers blooming in Strawberry House's indoor park are cursed flowers from Hell's Garden. As long as those seeds are there, the 4 Dark Devas of Destruction shall not lose a single hit point. I am relieved to hear that.
Now then, let's listen to your reports and see what you guys have found.
Personally, I'd rather let Chiaki continue her talk, but... oh well, I should listen to what everyone has to say.
Was it fine if Gundam, Fuyuhiko, and I represent our teams and give the reports?
Yuro, I don't mind. Rejoice, mongrels! I've discovered something that you fiends will be happy to hear about! Yes, Our team's discovery is number 1. We shall not lose. I don't think there's winning. Unless you find food. If you find food, yes, then there's winning. Your priorities are off. No, I want to talk to Chiaki. Keep going. Oh. Alright, fine. We'll save the best for last. I should have started with Nagito because I don't like him. I'm sure the others already know, but let me tell you just in case. The second floor of Grape House also has guest rooms similar to the ones on second floor of Strawberry House. But instead of being covered with strawberry patterns, they're covered with grape patterns. Also, like guest rooms, there's similar lounge here as well. There's also phone in lounge too. However, instead of grape button that was on phone in Strawberry House's lounge, there's a strawberry button on phone of Grape House's lounge. So, just like the door. Makes sense enough. Now, I'm just guessing at this point, but it's possible that we can use those two phones to communicate with each other. So the picture on the button shows where each phone connects to. The picture on the button shows where each phone connects to. That's probably it. Simple enough. Straightforward, Nagito. Let's see what you got to say. After that small break.
Allow me to give you a brief report. Since I'm the one who made this discovery, it's just as important as I am. Which means, well, it's not that important at all.
Just hurry up and say it already.
Well, it's about the third floor of Grape House. Do you remember what Monokuma said about a Monokuma archive on the third floor? I actually tried to go there.
Ah, it was actually open, huh?
Like the name suggests, it was an archive full of stuff about Monokuma. It reminded me of those celebrities who build their memorial house in their hometown.
Then it looks like we don't ever need to go in there. Ever.
Also, I found a lost child at the Monokuma archive.
A lost child?
Huh? Where did she go? Hey, don't just hide! Come on out!
Hello? Ugh, so lost child was you. Right? That's how people react, right? Well, I had a general idea of how you all would react. It's okay, I won't be depressed anymore. I'm used to being treated so poorly. How sad. It's so sad to get used to it. She seems a little tense. Did Monokuma bring you as well, Monokumi? Yes, I'm so ashamed for myself for getting carelessly tricked by him. I'm a failure as a teacher. I have no right to guide anyone. Nobody here considers you teacher to begin with. But I'm honestly happy that you're here. Huh? Hey, are you a complete stuffed animal? Is there any part of you that's still rabbit meat? I'm expected to be food! Eat her. Do it, Akane! I almost said something that I really would have regretted being on tape. So let's just move to Gundam. Now then, I shall present to you my discovery. I won't let you say such nonsense like, I forgot. Monokuma said it himself before we arrived. He said there are ship pots in the funhouse. Could it be? Kazuichi, and you lowly humans! Fall to your knees and show your gratitude to me, the overlord of ice of the destroyed world of death! You have way too many ofs in that title. Feast your eyes on this! Ha 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 ha! Behold, a motor! It's a ship pot! That's not gonna power much of anything, bro. Based on its extremely small size, isn't that... that's a radio-controlled toy! Allow me to tell you a little old story. I was born as a result of a union between a human and a demon, and my existence was shunned by both races. Perhaps it's because nobody has ever brought me a toy before, but I believe this is truly remarkable. I'm not asking about that. You mean the ship part you found was just some radio-controlled toy?
You totally got tricked! I never said a single word about the ship being real. Stupid idiot moron!
Devastation. Avoided by Sonia. No machines to work on. Trapped in the house. He is going to go insane. Looks like we don't even have the strength to get upset. It might be better if we leave him alone for a while. So it was definitely a waste of time to believe Monokuma. If so, what he said about our student profiles might be a lie too. But our situation is getting so grim that I can't really focus on that right now. That was the last report, right? Then is it okay if I go now? This is what you mentioned earlier, right? About the structure of the funhouse? The structure of the funhouse! Well, I've come to a conclusion. The Grape Tower that we're in currently, and the Strawberry Tower we were in earlier, I think they're actually the same building. I was kind of thinking the same thing a little bit. Like I said, just kind of moving the rooms around than anything else. But, I mean, if all you have to do is change the decor, what was odd is the actual outline changed from squares to hexagons, so that was kind of weird.
The two towers are the same building, you say?
Oh, I see. Well, what makes you think that?
Their positions. God, this is going on for a bit longer than I was expecting. Inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is facing the elevator, right? But inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is facing the elevator, right? And so, if we think about it and put those two together, the two towers are the same building. And each house connects to the center. That's the building structure that comes to mind. Okay, so they're not actually... Okay, so the tower's the same. But if... Hold on. Oh, crap. I should have stayed on that image for a bit longer, because if we were in the elevator when we swapped areas without any... but no one felt any movement or vibration, I would have thought that that would have been the center location. Rather than the tower. What? Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are the same building? But that might be a possibility. Come on, take a look at that door. Isn't that strawberry image the same one that's on the elevator and telephone? Then, in the same way, wouldn't that image on the door also be showing where it leads to?
Well, if that's the case, it would mean that Strawberry House is beyond that door with the strawberry image on it.
Well, can't you just turn around and look at the back sides of the door in Grape Tower and see if that's the case? As well as the opposite, the grape door that was at Strawberry Tower would lead to Grape House. Meaning, we opened the Grape Hall door when we came in here. Meaning, depending on which door we use, this tower changes to either a Strawberry Tower or Grape Tower. What's the point?
Which means, when you look at the other side of the Grape Hall door that we used to come in here...
Yep, the grape picture should actually be on here. Then all we gotta do is confirm it, right? If we can close that door from the other side... that might be impossible. Impossible? Why? Well, Hajime and Nekomaru were the first ones to enter Grape Tower, right?
What's wrong with that?
When you two entered Grape Tower from Grape Hall, didn't it take a little while for the door to open after you pressed the button? Huh? So, just as I assumed. How'd you know? When I was walking around by myself, I went back to Strawberry House for a while. I felt like there was still something I missed when suddenly the Strawberry Hall door automatically closed in front of me. Strawberry Hall door automatically closed in front of her. which would mean we were trying to get in at the time, which would have been the slowdown while we were in the hall. Okay. The door automatically closed, and afterward, no matter how much I pressed the button, the Strawberry Hall door wouldn't open. But why? The doors to Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower must be designed so that only one can open at a time. Kind of like an airlock system, basically. I mean, if both doors opened at the same time, we'd easily find out that both towers are the same building. If that happens, it wouldn't be a funhouse anymore, right? Well, it makes sense, actually.
Then, the reason the Strawberry Hall door automatically closed in front of you...
Was it because we opened the Great Hall door?
When that happened, the Grape Hall door didn't open because it was waiting for Strawberry Hall's door to close. If you think about it like that, it makes sense, right? Like, you're saying all this hard stuff I don't get, but aren't you forgetting the most basic problem? The color of the walls in Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are different, you know? There's no way they're the same building.
You didn't notice? They're just lights on the floor being shined on the wall. By reflecting a colored light onto a white wall, it makes it look like the wall color has changed.
Then what about the picture on the floor? Is that different too? Maybe the floor is just a screen, and the picture is being projected from beneath the floor. In fact, when you look at it closely, it's not a picture that was actually drawn on the floor. Oh, I see. Then it's safe to say we're the same building, right?
But this is a very important problem, so isn't it better if we test it out?
How so?
For example, we should leave something behind here, and we'll all go to Strawberry Tower. And if it's still there, we can conclude they're the same building, right?
Want me to stay then?
No, that's impossible. There's a sensor preventing that.
Huh? Sensors?
Don't you feel it? There are countless sensors plastered all over the tower's walls and floors. Why can't you notice them?
I'm more surprised that you actually noticed them.
My guess is that sensor can probably detect any movement within the tower.
And when it reacts, it prevents the door from opening. I knew there would at least be something like that.
By the way, how good is that sensor's performance?
It's quite high performance. It seems that it can even detect your heartbeats and breathing patterns.
We'll leave you behind. That should work, right? Just hit the sleep button, and you won't move. Then it'd be completely impossible for someone to stay behind. What about Nekamaru? He's a heartless robot. Different words? That's a little harsh.
I have a motor running inside me. It's as good as any human hot.
But if you're in sleep mode, that function will come to a stop too, right?
Like I said, if I see some functions with sleep mode, the sensor won't detect it, but... Do you need to go that far to test it? I won't tolerate any robo prejudice.
Sorry, but you're right.
And once I enter sleep mode, I will not regain consciousness until the good night switch is pressed again, or if my chest alarm goes off. I'm a little concerned about being left alone in that state.
It is far too dangerous. Even as an experiment, it is possible that we might violate the laws of robotics. Then, why don't we just use this? My student handbook. I'll leave this handbook here, and we'll all move over to Strawberry Tower. And if, by chance, the handbook is still there, we can safely say that the two towers are the same, right? You're right. Let's try this. I'm surprised that they went with, let's leave someone here, instead of, let's leave something. Because they clearly said something in the beginning. And, I mean, Chiaki just gave a story about how the door wouldn't open since we were in here. Just weird. Whatever. We left behind Chiaki's handbook right away. Then we left Grape Tower and made our way to Strawberry Tower. Hopefully that'll do it for us, because no, I guess not. Okay, I guess we're, on our way. I'm not gonna sit around and talk to everyone. I really kind of want to get to the end of this daily life and start seeing what else is going to happen. Either that, either that, or we're just going to go straight into the murder, which would be kind of crazy. I must say, this elevator is rather quiet. It is like the Toad's Wart, or... Wait, never mind. Toad's... What is she talking about?
It doesn't feel like we're moving extremely fast. It seems like it's moving very slowly. If so, the two houses might be surprisingly close.
If two towers were connected in the middle, the distance between them shouldn't be that much. The question is, do they actually ever feel any initial... Do they ever feel that moment of inertia? When, even if you start from an absolute stop, you can still feel that motion. I wonder if they ever feel that. Alright, let's head over to Strawberry Tower, so it's on the left. Probably under the big giant sign. Hey, Gundam. Sorry, I don't want to talk to you right now. Oh, crap. Maybe... Oh... This has been going on way too long. Yeah, shoot. I should have stopped a while ago. Sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and enter Strawberry Tower in the next episode. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.